And they are repression, regression, reaction formation, projection, rationalization, displacement, sublimation, and denial. We'll just start at the top here, repression, and I'll go over some of the other ones that are above that as well. Repression is blocking out the traumatic things. So actually, a lot of people since Freud have said repression really doesn't happen as much as Freud thought that it did. In movies, repression happens a lot. Like if you get mugged in a movie, you might, like once the police talk to you, you completely block it out of memory and you wouldn't even remember that it happened. That would be repression. Or if something really bad happened, your significant other breaks up with you, someone dies, whatever, you just like completely block it out of memory, it's gone. And that's repression. Regression, I guess let me skip around here to denial. Denial is similar to repression, but repression is completely blocking it out. Denial is you know that it happened, but you refuse to accept it. Denial is more kind of delusional. Projection or repression, you don't even have access to it. It's just gone. Denial would be like if your girlfriend broke up with you and someone said, dude, I'm so sorry your girlfriend broke up with you, that's terrible. And you said, no, she still loves me. She loves me. She'll be back. That would be denial. Or like, this is refusing to accept reality. I don't know, that's exactly what I said in my example there. Regression is going back to an earlier stage in development. So that is if you start to get anxious and you start sucking your thumb or wetting the bed, or just generally like act like a child if you get in a bad situation. Reverting back to an earlier stage of development. Reaction formation is acting opposite the way you actually feel. So that could be if you really like somebody, but you act mean towards them. Maybe you have a crush on somebody, but you don't want them to know that you have a crush on them, so you act mean towards that person. Or if you don't like somebody, but you go out of your way to act super nice to them. You can think of it like overcompensating sort of for something that you think is wrong, but it's acting the opposite the way that you feel. Projection is taking traits about yourself and seeing them in other people. So that would be if you're a selfish person, you really like attention, and you see someone's walking down the hall at McGinnis and they drop their books, and you think like, that person's so selfish. They probably drop their books just to get attention. You're seeing your attention-seeking behavior in other people. Or it could even be a good thing, like if you really always like to do the right thing and you are selfless, and someone does something that seems maybe mean, and you say, well, they probably meant well by him. You might be projecting your own goodness on that other person. Rationalization is making excuses. It's if you fail a test, you say, well, it's because the teacher's bad, or the teacher doesn't like me, or the test wasn't fair. Or if you get fired from your job, it's, well, I mean, I didn't even like the job anyway. It was my boss is out to get me. It's any kind of an excuse to make up for a situation that's bad. Displacement is taking your anger out on something unrelated to what caused the anger in the first place. That would be if something bad, so your girlfriend breaks up with you and you punch a wall. It's like the piñata, emotional piñata. It could be you get fired and, well, just you scream, punch a wall. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Yell at your little brother when you get home. It's taking your anger out on something unrelated. Sublimation is sort of like positive displacement. Sublimation is channeling your negative emotions and doing something positive with them. So that would be if you get, that doesn't really work. If someone dies of cancer that you know, you're sad, but you channel that sadness into starting a foundation for cancer. Or let's see, oh, here we go. Girlfriend breaks up with you, which makes you angry, but you use that anger to, next time you're playing sports, you try even harder because you use that as fuel for sports. So that would be sublimation. Channeling unhealthy energy into something that's productive. Denial, like I said earlier, is refusal to accept reality.